Okay, here we go. Quick lesson on light and more importantly how cameras interpret the light. Now, cameras are computers. They pretty much run the maths. Like what happens is they look at everything in the frame, so everything it's seeing through there, and in terms of how bright or dark it thinks the photo should be, it pretty much adds up everything in the photo. And so all the little bright bits and all the little dark bits, and it'll basically average it out to, let's call it grey. White is bright, black is dark, grey is correct. So if you're taking a photo of like white snow, you might have noticed that it's kind of looking grey. Or a photo of a black couch or a black chair, then the camera goes, a lot of black there, let's make it a bit brighter and make it grey. So it's doing its job, but it can mess with your photos. And it's important to know that because then you can work with the camera instead of fighting against it. Now, all cameras struggle with this. Like our eyeballs and our brains are amazing. We can see all sorts from bright sky to deep in the shadows, but cameras not so good. And I'll just demonstrate this, our little friend. If we have a look here, and we've got outside, so we've got like bright, overcast sky. You can see our little dinosaur here. He looks dark and nasty. And the camera's doing its job. It's adding up all the little bright bits up here, all the little dark bits down here, and what we've got in the foreground here, and it's kind of just giving us an average, which, technically is correct. Just looks a bit shocking. If we slide this way, in front of this plain wall, you can see it's doing the same thing. It's adding up all the information in this wall, it's adding up Dino here, and it's averaging it out to grey. Looks much better, right? So now, just pay attention to our little dinosaur. Dark. And a bit nicer. Dark. And a bit nicer. Now, just know this, because as we explore and as we're creating different photos, light in photos might mess with the shot a certain way. A common thing is a whole photo looks kind of nice, but the whole thing is a bit dark. And usually it'll be because there's maybe a window in a room, or there'll be like some bright bit of light somewhere in your shot that the computer is going, well, that's pretty bright, that little bit. Let's make everything else a bit darker to balance it out to neutral. So if you're seeing those situations, and we'll see those situations as we explore with finding these shots, just note it, just navigate with it and play to the strengths of the camera, not against it.